going? It's That Nerd Ryan here, and today we're going to do kind of another Negative Nancy video for Marvel. I apologize, we'll get out of this soon. But the real question today is, Sony, what are you doing? So, basically, if you guys haven't noticed, Sony is trying to build up to a Sinister Six movie. They started that with Morbius. Technically, Vulture, I guess, but they started it with the Morbius movie. Now we're getting Kraven, who's also going to have Rhino in it. And it just feels like they're trying to build up to a Sinister Six movie. I guess they could include Venom, too. But, it just feels like it's something that we never really wanted. I mean, to be fair, we've wanted a Spider-Man versus Sinister Six movie forever. We did kind of get that with No Way Home, was 3 Spider-Man versus the Sinister Five. But it just feels like Sony's trying to make a Sinister Six movie without the involvement of Spider-Man. You see, we're making these villain movies and turning them into anti-heroes. And that just doesn't work for some of these villains. I mean, when you think about it, Kraven could be considered an anti-hero if you take it in the direction that they are. Vulture could kind of be considered like a poor man's anti-hero sort of thing in the context of Homecoming. Morbius, when you really think about it, can't really be an anti-hero, even though they tried to work on it in that movie. It doesn't make sense for a blood-sucking vampire that can barely control himself to be an anti-hero. And that's why the movie flopped so bad, too. It was a not well-known Spider-Man villain that really can't work as any capacity of a hero, let alone an anti-hero. Kraven, like I said, can work a certain way, but the whole point of the Sinister Six is they're sinister, they're evil. They want to kill Spider-Man. That was the original intent of the Sinister Six by Doc Ock. And that's kind of the idea in No Way Home, even though really it was more they just wanted to go home, but they also wanted to fight Peter. So in that, I don't feel that Sony understands how the Sinister Six works. I also don't think that they understand why nobody wants a Sinister Six movie without Spider-Man. And this is kind of what I'm going to go at, is if we were to try to make a Sinister Six movie without Spider-Man, I feel that would have to be them versus Venom or something like that, since Venom is kind of taking the paragon of Spider-Man in this Sony verse. But also, at the same time, it would turn into anti-hero versus anti-heroes, because Venom isn't really a hero. He kills people and eats their brains, and also is violent, like overly violent compared to most superheroes. And then, again, the Sinister Six are supposed to be villains. They're supposed to be, and Sony turning them into anti-heroes, it would kind of not make sense in the sense of like Batman v Superman of, I don't like that you kill people. Well, I don't like that you kill people. Let's fight. And it's like, well, you both kill people, so why does the fight make sense if you both are being hypocrites? Like, hypocrisy in movies could work with, like, something of, we don't like your philosophy even though it's our philosophy, as a fact of taking the philosophy a little bit different. But Batman v Superman didn't do that, and I feel that Sinister Six would not have the capacity to fight Venom and be like, well, I don't like that you are violent and kill people even though we're violent and kill people, and we're going to have to put a stop to you. That wouldn't make sense. The other thing would be to reuse a villain from one of the Sinister Six movies, including Venom, which would not work because Again, they're anti-heroes. They kill their villains. End of Morbius, his friend was killed by Morbius. End of Venom, Riot was killed by Venom. End of Let There Be Carnage, Carnage was killed by Venom. And I bet you $1 million, end of Kraven, they're going to kill Kraven's father and his brother. The only antagonist for this would have to be Spider-Man. And Sony would not do that because, one, they have two different things going on right now with Spider-Man. Or, I mean, one major thing, and then that sounded bad, but they got Tom Holland Spider-Man in the MCU. Maybe they can go for Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, but then again, people would be rooting for that Spider-Man and not the Sinister Six. You can always have a good antagonist that people root for. However, you're not supposed to have people rooting for the antagonist. Prime example is Terminator. They had to bring back Arnold in the second one as a good guy because people were cheering on the Terminator too much. And I mean, I guess you get that with slasher films, people cheering on Freddy, cheering on Jason, cheering on Michael Myers. But still, at the same time, that's horror films, not superhero films. So I do feel that Sony has a very bad idea in trying to make a Sinister Six series/movie without involving Spider-Man. Like, Venom was a stretch to make without Spider-Man. I feel like Sinister Six would be impossible to make without Spider-Man. So yeah, I know this was kind of a ramble/rant, but it's been on my mind lately, so I wanted to talk about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and follow me on all my social media down below. It's that Nerd Ryan, signing off.